Because I'm up right now.
And you suck right now.
Welcome to another Before Dawn episode. Episode number 3. How do you let's see 3?
Teen.
10. Yes, sir. We're back at it with another episode of making it difficult for you to separate the man from the music. And a lot of stuff went down this week.
What are you talking about?
Again, given that this is a music podcast, there's an album that dropped out. There's a new album that came out, legendary album,
Okay.
and there's an actual trash can in the album cover.
What are you talking about?
The Ice Spice album. This is not me trying to make fun of it.
Okay.
There's an actual trash can in the album cover.
Look, this is all you. You're going to review this album and you're going to talk about it, share your opinion. I'm going to observe. What's your take on
I feel like this really takes a very dig deep. This takes a very deep, stab at our reputation as people who understand music. The first thing, the opening segment of us sitting here and talking is, it's a hip hop album. A hip hop album came out, so you got to speak about it. It's
Yes.
the first thing we got to talk about.
And why is there this undertone of you
No
having...
undertone.
Okay.
No undertone. The only undertone is no undertone. There's literally a trash can in the album cover. And I don't know how intentional that is.
So is the album bad?
The song is good. The song is very good.
What? How many songs are on this album?
10. Do you want to guess how long the album is?
10 songs should be at least 40. It's 45
23
minutes.
minutes.
Yo, can we
It's a
start?
10 song, 23 minute song, 23 minute song album.
So, welcome to Before Dawn podcast.
If you want, I can bring it on later on. We can talk about something more grounded, something a bit more serious,
and then show that
and
we
then talk about.
Okay.
No. We already started. It's done.
Oh man.
Yeah. I heard it. It's fine. It literally took me 23 minutes.
Okay.
That's one Metallica song.
So that's the interlude.
That's the intro. That's Kulthum right there. Not even this is
That's Kulthum intro.
Kulthum before she walks on stage.
Yeah, before she walks on stage, 22 minutes.
So yes, So my review of the album is that this Ice Spice album is Kulthum before she steps on stage. It's the cool. There's a lot of people clapping. I don't know why, because no one is there. There's a trash bin.
Yeah, but it's there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, fine. Do you want?
nothing to say.
That's what it is. Because we did talk about this. It feels like. By the way, her delivery is actually pretty good.
Her delivery is good. I think she's a good artist.
She.
I really do think she's a good artist because let me stop looking at me like that.
I actually, her delivery is pretty sick. I like it. That's it. I'm done. Go on. But what she's delivering is all, bro. I was reading through. Forgive me for reading through the lyrics, but she says stuff like, "I'm Miss Poopy. I think I need a diaper."
Oh my god.
I mean,
I was just gonna say, why are we hating so much? We should relax.
I know. I'm starting off a bit strong. Toxic.
Yeah, but dude, I'm Miss Poopy.
I'm Miss Poopy. I think it's a reference from from a show.
I don't care what reference it is.
But she did release that song.
Is that an actual line?
Yeah. But to be fair, the single she dropped, the whole song is called "You Think You're the Shit, You're Not Even the Fart." You know that song, right? As corny as that sounds, that actually hits pretty hard. You have to say something.
I I'm speechless.
All right.
I'm actually speechless.
As he should be. I can't wait for Travis Scott to be snubbed at the Grammys again.
Yo, why do today's artists need to do podcasts? I want to go back to the studio. I don't want to sit and talk about this. This is unbelievable.
You wanted to sit and
I
talk
wanted
about
to-
music,
yes.
and this is it. This is what's coming out today. Today, I mean, it came out yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever it came out.
Friday, probably.
Yeah. So you wanted to talk about music. Okay, fine. You know what else came out?
What?
Mustard.
Oh.
Did you not know this?
No, I knew it's coming up. I haven't heard
It
it.
came out same day.
And
It's, this is something new. I'm still kind of, I wouldn't say uneasy. I still don't really know how I feel about producers dropping albums, because it's a bit strange. You're just basically dropping a bunch of singles with different artists. But because he was trying to do somewhat of a concept album. So there's an intro, like an interlude, midway. It's like it starts off with his mom saying like, "Yo, get up, you need to go," and then it's just different beats with different artists. I don't know if does he line them up in terms of like what the song should be? 'Cause
yes, so I watched Mustard on Big Boy, where he spoke about the album and he spoke about how the storyline and everything is completely intentional. Even the name, I think.
Trust in the mustard seed. Trust in the mustard seed. Something like that.
Okay.
I love it. The artwork is sick. It's classic. He's in front of a turntable as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it was a contrast. Like the trash can and then him. It was.
You're right.
You had to start off with the 23 minutes to go to the 40 something minute 14 track album.
Okay. No, I want to listen to it. I've heard the single that came out where he's rapping.
Yeah.
I thought it was average. I didn't think it was great, or I thought it was cool. But you can't take away from the fact that he's a legend. And this has been his year as a producer, like having the biggest song of the year.
Must wanna be home.
Right. So, in terms of what you asked, producers making albums, I used to have a view on it before where it was like, okay, these are just a bunch of bangers that are just back to back, and
it didn't feel like that because, like I said, it felt like it was conceptual. It was made to sound like something. Like it was made like he is the main focus throughout the whole thing.
So I felt that also with Metro's last two projects,
Okay.
where I think the producers are really giving us good albums. I don't think it's just a bunch of bangers. I used to think that way once upon a time, but I think Metro has really changed that for me. I appreciate the two albums that he's put out.
I mean, what's his name? DJ Zagga. He's the one who's been
DJ who, sorry?
DJ Poopy.
What are we talking about?
DJ Khaled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
he's I think he's the pioneer of this, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, but so the thing is, see,
Except actually, wait, never mind. He's not a producer. Never mind.
yeah, well, there's that.
Yeah.
But I mean, he does produce, but yeah, he's not like a full-on producer.
DJ Zagga.
So also the thing is, I think as albums, they weren't so good.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate them as albums, in all honesty. Maybe not for me.
Yeah.
I did like songs off of it, but when Metro came out, I appreciated it as a whole project.
Okay.
You know, very, very good two albums, by the way, Metro Boom put out. I want to listen to Mustard. So you're saying you liked it?
Yeah. Everyone's on it. Young Thug is on it. Gunna is on it. Travis is on it. All the big names, and they do it just. I feel like some of these producers now are like, you know what, all you guys need to shut the up. You guys don't know how to make music. You just wave and jump around on stage. I will make the album. You will come on. I will tell you what to say and what to do.
Oh my God.
This is what it feels like. I feel like these
Yeah.
guys are coming out the closet and they're like, no. Enough. You guys are a disgrace to hip hop. The producers take a turn. That's what I know. I know that's not what it is, but like it feels like
Yeah.
all these producers
Yeah.
are now coming out and they're
Yeah.
like, no, enough of your nonsense. It's my turn.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's a new thing. This whole
It
album
isn't.
thing.
Yeah. Look, I don't know if That's the sentiment.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah,
way.
yeah. I don't think
It's
that.
not, I'm-
Yeah. But I'm with it, man. I'm with producers making projects like
Yeah.
that. I'm with it 100%. Also, I feel like it drives a lot of attention towards you, because the days where you produced one beat and it was like, it was making all the noise, you know, because
Yeah.
Just Blaze did this beat or whatever it was. I think those days are like long gone now.
So funny question then. So when you're the artist, vocalist, let's say, someone like Travis Scott drops an album, we'll get back to him later, by the way. You drop an album and you don't make enough money from albums anyways, right? So your income comes from touring, from shows, from all that stuff. As a producer, like, so Mustard. So if he's going on tour with his album, how does that even work? Like, do you need to bring everybody, or is he just gonna DJ?
So there are two good topics on that. First, I think a lot of them are taking people with them, where the whole show is. I know when Metro came over here to Dubai,
Yeah, but usually
few
like Metro's
people came
album
out.
is how many people are on Metro's album?
on the second one it's only Future.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and a
So-
couple of features, obviously.
Yeah.
But the first one had a bunch of people on it.
Okay.
And I know a few people came out here when he came to Dubai.
Metro.
Metro, yeah. Don Tolliver and them. I think that they do make appearances. Also, producers really do have it bad because, first of all, I can only go on tour if first I should even have my own songs, so that people will come and be like, oh, I want to go listen to Metro because I like this song by him.
Yeah, but do you think that when people are gonna listen to the song featuring Travis Scott, do you think they say, oh, it's a Mustard song, or do they think because where is Mustard's voice?
Okay. Oh yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I think it makes a difference when the track, like when you open on Spotify or whatever, and it says Metro Boomin featuring XYZ, you know?
Yeah, that's
so maybe
true.
that might create some kind of perception. But yeah, so merch and all that, which is how you make money in music,
Yeah.
is something that producers are not privileged with. They don't actually have that kind of following. They don't have a brand per se. So
I feel like, but these guys are breaking like new grounds with this.
exactly, which is what I'm happy about. I'm happy about them doing something like that. That's why I'm saying I'm in support of people, producers actually going and making their own albums, building brands that way. Having said that, they do also, producers have some advantage in the sense that an artist is limited to his own brand,
Yeah.
but a producer is not. The producers can produce
true.
for so many different brands and then get a piece of every pie, you know? I think since we are talking about Metro as well, I
Yeah.
will say that break that he took when his mom passed, after that he came back with the first of the two albums. I think before then, I was me as a producer myself, I was very disappointed in what I was listening to. The songs that were coming out with the kind of production that people were putting on it. And I think Metro is one of those few people who's really at the forefront of where producers should go. What type of sounds we should make, what type of albums, and now you have Mustard doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in no time other producers are gonna join.
Who's next in line? Do you
Maybe
think?
Lund. Who do I think is next in line? I hope one of the Die Vinyls, these guys, but I think they're too loyal to that whole their camp.
Yeah.
Maybe London. Oh, you got London on the track.
Well, I can't wait for sound engineers to start making albums too.
Do we need to mention sound
Yes,
engineers in
yes.
every podcast
Yes.
for you to show them their worth or what you believe is their worth?
Hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity. It's okay.
Right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Guys, pay your sound engineers. Pay your mixing engineers, man. And mixing engineers that aren't worth what you ask for, stop. Stop asking for.
See, I
X
just
amount
brought
of
their name
dollars.
up, and now you started shitting. I didn't even say anything.
But that's what I'm saying. Engineers have a bad image because of that.
because of me.
No, because they because of you. Because they'll come and they'll say like, "Oh, I need $1,000 for this mix," and then you listen to it and you're like, "Is this what I'm paying for?" This is ridiculous, man. So I think The blame is on both sides. It's on people like you,
Yeah.
but also the engineers themselves.
Yeah. But sticking on the topic of albums, Invasion of Privacy came out 6 years ago.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think I read yesterday or 2 days ago. Every song on that album just now got certified platinum or higher.
Did you see what happened on Spaces about that album?
No.
So, ready for meme in 3, 2, 1. Joe Budden. he had a conversation with Cardi. I think he was talking
she trashed
about
it.
and she was like,
"You was high as
you
fuck."
with your bald head.
But she's been popping off recently. Outside of that, I don't know what triggered it, but she was on. I think she was on Twitter. She's like, "You guys don't understand. All of you are beneath me. Numbers, money, man. None of you can reach me. Do you guys not understand?" She's talking about female rappers.
Yeah.
And she just popped off. I don't know why this happened, but it sounds like she might be dropping.
I think she's been taking a lot of jabs coming her way because of the whole what next? Where's your next album? Okay, are you always, because that's what
was that her own, like 6 years ago? She hasn't dropped an album since.
No, that's it, man.
Oh, I mean, like I said, every song just went platinum and platinum plus. So retire, but not really.
And you know what? When I look at the way that the music business works, I actually don't blame some of these artists,
like Rihanna,
like Jay-Z, for not continuing to do.
To be fair, like he's a businessman now.
I knew it as soon as I said Jay-Z. I was like, all the defense in the world is about to come.
Of course, like hey. Speaking of, by the way, I was watching. Oh yeah, I spend a lot of time on Reddit, right? And there's one subreddit called Hip Hop 101, and I'm guessing he's young, and some young kid just put it upon himself, the poor boy.
What did he do?
He's like, I don't understand the hype with Jay-Z. Like, I'm trying to listen
and
to
then the whole Avengers came out.
They were like the Avengers and everyone was there. He's like, I don't understand the hype. Like, I tried to listen to some of his songs. Like, people put him as one of the greats. I don't get it.
Maul was on that Reddit, on that subreddit. Like, yo, what are you talking about?
Everyone was like, listen, child.
Yeah.
Go back, listen to
Ice Spice Trash Can.
No. There wasn't even one comment. They're like, yo, shut the fuck up. And this is the end of the conversation. We're not even going to try to justify anything.
Just like, don't speak to me.
On the same note, I think on the same day, the show Family Feud with Steve Harvey?
Of course.
Do you understand the concept of like how the scoring system works?
I don't think so.
All right. So basically, what they do is they do a questionnaire, right?
Okay.
Like they pick a random sample, like 50 people, and then they would ask these questions.
Yes, I know how it works. The closest person gets the highest points in terms of which rank of answer.
The most common answer.
Got it.
And it was a question on who are the greatest greatest rappers of all time. And someone guessed Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg was number one. LL Cool J was there, Nas was there, Biggie was there, Eminem was there. And then once they revealed all of them, and then there was no one left to answer. They just really revealed the last one. And Steve Harvey looks at the camera and he's like, I personally apologize to Jay-Z, but he's the last on the list. He was the last on the list. Because I think the way it's done, I mean, I guess you have to look at who were the 50 people they sampled.
Yes.
Because if you look at it, Snoop Dogg was number one. Snoop Dogg, Martha Stewart, 50-year-old on average white Americans.
Yeah.
I think that's why he came number one. Because when you think of name a rapper, they'll just automatically say Snoop Dogg because probably his show with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
But then Jay-Z came last. LL Cool J was like number two. I don't
look. I think Beyonce's husband hasn't had so much commercials.
I was just about to say. Yeah. It's very unfortunate that he's Beyonce's husband.
Why is that for you? Is it unfortunate?
No, because like I feel like no matter what he's done, in the hip hop world, it's Jay-Z. But on the grand scheme of things, can you imagine being in the position that Jay-Z is in, and still you have people around the world that refer to you as that guy, that woman, Beyonce's husband? Like, don't even mention his name because, you know, he's a.
I think it's karma. I think men deserve this. It has happened for a long time.
That's true.
George Clooney's wife. How many times have you heard that? So,
That's true.
Exactly. We deserve this. We take one on the chin. And if there was one person that I would put at the forefront
Of taking it on the chin.
for all mankind would be Mr. Sean Carter himself.
Links to the videos in the description.
Oh my God, Jay-Z's never gonna watch this.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe,
No,
yeah.
maybe. But yeah, invasion of privacy. So that took me on a rabbit hole. I was amazed by that. First of all, that every song is platinum or higher, and then I was looking at just certification with some of these songs. Another thing this week was Middle Child.
J. Cole.
Yeah, certified diamond this week.
Cool. Good for him.
That's it.
Good for him.
Okay. I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you.
Which took me down another rabbit hole. Do you know who is the most certified diamond? Diamond what? What do you call it?
Like, who has the highest number of certified diamond singles?
Yeah. Songs in general.
How many guesses do I get?
As many as you like. We got like what, 4 hours here?
Michael Jackson,
No.
Rihanna,
No.
U2,
No.
Beatles.
Is this just in hip hop though? Wait, hold up.
Oh,
No, it's not. It's not hip hop. It's not hip hop.
highest number of Drake,
No.
Eminem,
No.
Kanye.
No.
What? Wait.
Post Malone.
Oh yeah. How could I? Okay.
I was surprised.
No. Yeah. Okay.
I understand
Okay.
he's great, but
Yeah,
like I was still surprised.
He's
9.
got hits, man.
9.
Oh my God.
Then it's like Rihanna and Michael Jackson. I don't remember who else is there, but 9. I think Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. One of them also has like 2 or 3.
Okay.
To clarify, that's 10 million copies or equivalent
Yes.
sold.
Correct.
9. Have you seen his house, by the way? Like this, he came into the hip hop game.
You're talking about
Post
Posty.
Malone. He came into the hip hop game, made a trap song. Like, to be fair,
White Iverson?
White Iverson, and then popped off so hard, and he's like, "No, guys, I'm a country singer."
Yeah. So let me go back to my roots.
Yeah. No, I don't want to.
By the way, we love Post Malone on this show.
I mean,
like,
well,
no hate.
Hey,
no
White
nothing.
Iverson
Yeah.
was on repeat.
Yeah. And also,
So you gotta justify to people, anyways.
no, because we had that conversation last episode about the art versus artist.
Yeah.
So
Oh
this
yeah,
is
no,
one
I'm
case.
just like, I find it kind of funny. I'm not criticizing him for it, but he came on into the scene as a little trappy
yeah,
posty,
yeah.
and now he's just like
Lil Posty.
Lil Posty, and now
That's
he's just
a
like
nasty name. by the way.
and now
Lil Posty.
and now he's just like,
Lil Posty.
and now he's just like,
What's his album
"What's
called?
up, guys?"
Check Your Mail.
Circle. No, what's it called? I don't remember.
I was just playing. Okay.
But yeah, good for him, bro. He's great.
Yeah, what a character.
Yeah, he's a people's he's a people's person.
Yeah,
People love
very interesting character. Always enjoy watching. Have you seen his Joe Rogan podcast?
No.
I think he's done 2.
No.
Dude, what a character. But I hope I don't know if I should even say this, but I hope like he finds some peace, man, like with his
Yeah.
addictions and all. Like
Yeah. I think he's meant to be working on it, right?
that's an. By the way, that's something I wanted to speak to you about also. Have you thought about? I was thinking of this the other day. How many addictions do we have and we don't even know? Like there are things I feel like we're addicted to, and we don't realize it. A simple act of just scrolling through.
Yeah,
reels.
that's an addiction that we like. Social media addiction in general, being on the phone.
That's a real thing, man.
Yeah, how many times do you find yourself sitting down? As soon as you sit down, the first thing you want to do is just pick up your phone. Even when you walk into the elevator, you sit down and when I went to the dentist, as soon as I sat down, boom, I just opened my phone. There's nothing there. I'm not even trying to look at anything. I just force a habit. I'm just pulling out my phone because
And what's funny is you don't really. Well, I wouldn't usually think about those things until I think about them. That wait, me not having coffee in the morning really disrupts my day. And it's like, okay, so is that not just a plain addiction? Am I not just addicted to it where I can't live without it? You know?
Yeah.
I'm just rambling, but that's something I thought about.
There's good addictions. There's bad addictions.
Yeah.
You know, for anyone who's dealing with demons, all the best. Post Malone is one of them. I don't even know if that's still a thing or not. But
I think it is.
Going back to the albums, not the albums that came out, and not Cardi B having every song on her album being platinum or plus. There was a list released by Rolling Stones of the worst album covers in history.
Okay. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
There's one specifically that was very interesting, which makes a lot of sense, but I'm just waiting for the backlash.
The Ice Spice trash can.
No. That is iconic though.
Oh, okay.
Life of Pablo, seventh worst of all time.
Oh, yeah, man. I don't know if I disagree with that.
I'm with that because
I'm with it.
What is that album cover?
Yeah. I think the album's cool. The artwork, not so much. I wasn't feeling it. Not for me.
But then again, I read it on Twitter as well. And someone was like, let me show you a list of the actual worst one. And this was on there. And yeah.
What is this?
It's the GOAT being born, bro. It's the GOAT.
Who is this?
I have no idea, but that's
Kevo Money?
Bro, it doesn't matter who it is. It's what it is.
Put it back inside.
Put him back inside.
Put him back inside.
Oh my days. But yeah. I support lists of worst things. Because you can easily, I think it's very hard to actually
Are you
dictate.
foreshadowing right now?
Maybe. Maybe. It's easy to make lists of the best and you argue and whatnot. But making the trashiest of the trash, that takes like special commitment and hate.
Okay, so look, if you want us, actually me, to unleash my toxicity on some of the songs that don't deserve all the love that you guys choose to give them, just because you feel like Ice Spice looks a certain way, so you want to run up her numbers. Yeah, just like the video, and we're gonna do that. That's coming. Actually, even if you don't like it, I'm gonna.
I feel like you do this in your sleep, anyways.
Yeah. I just wake up. I'm like, oh my god.
That little Tekka song, trash.
Yeah. During my sleep apnea, I'm doing like Tekka.
Trash.
Oh, the chord progressions.
Oh. And we spoke last time about The Weeknd and his album release.
Yo, sorry, can I actually just quickly go away
please.
Speaking of sleep apnea,
Yes.
man, these CPAP machines are hella overhyped. Like when they told me like, oh, you should, so I have like severe sleep apnea, obviously. One of the very, very few flaws in me as a human being.
Besides the taste of music, it was like,
Hey.
I went deep.
You don't do it that.
Okay, sorry.
Before that,
I said taste in music, not musical. I didn't say musical ability. I said
okay.
I said taste in music.
Got it. Y'all should really run up the numbers.
Anyways, go on.
So sleep apnea. And they were like, you should use a CPAP machine. And it's going to change your life. You're going to feel so much more energetic during the day. I think it's cool. You wake up with no headaches. I've been using it for a few weeks now.
What's in there? What's in there? It's like a steam, right?
No. It's not. It's just, so what it's controlling is the pressure.
Oh,
so
I thought it was like, I thought you were taking some like essential oils.
No, just filtered air.
Okay.
What it's doing is when people get sleep apnea, so there's basically like blockage.
Yeah.
And when you have pressure of air, that opens up that
Yeah.
block, so you could breathe properly.
You're basically a Tesla truck. I'm gonna plug you in. I gotta plug
Yo,
you.
don't ever say that to me. Don't ever talk to me about you plugging anything.
I mean, I'm plugged in the whole time.
I don't want to know. But, good for you, bro. Stay plugged in.
Is it? It's quiet. I'm assuming it's quiet.
It is. It's very quiet. And it's good for people that snore also.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I noticed that it had a positive impact that
that's
way.
good,
Like
that's good.
quality of sleep is better. I wouldn't say quality of life gets better.
Why? What do you mean?
By that I mean, okay, obviously sleep is a big part of your life and that's getting better, but you don't feel so much more. You don't feel that drastic change that people say is going to come into your the energy that you feel during the day, how active you feel. No, I don't think so. I do wake up with much less headaches.
But that's.
I
I
don't
mean,
get-
that's a big thing. If you starting the day with a headache,
Yeah.
is already a bad day.
Yeah, that used to happen to me a lot. And I used to always think to myself that the one way around it is, volt fast. Just you wake up in the morning, volt fast. All right, let's start today.
No. Is it? How big is the machine?
It is around that size.
Okay.
Yeah, that size. You put it next to your bed.
Yeah.
There's a pipe
Yeah.
that comes on, connects to the mask.
Okay. Actually, no. I've actually seen it. My wife's mom has a similar issue. She uses the machine, but she travels with
It's
it.
not an issue. You're the issue.
She travels with it.
Yeah, so
She's
mine's
pretty
portable as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it seems pretty big to
No. It
to
comes
haul around.
Oh, it's super convenient.
Okay.
It goes into the bag, so it comes with its own case. It goes into the bag in no more than 30 seconds. It takes
Okay.
you to just plug everything in. Very, very easy to transport and use for me, especially going to buy Ras Khema.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good in that sense.
Use this promo code for your next purchase of what's the brand called?
Resmed.
Resmed.
That promo code does not work.
That promo code, if money from your account starts being withdrawn to an unknown location,
Yeah. If that link
terms and conditions apply.
if that link just takes you to the Before Dawn Spotify.
Actually, that's better. We won't steal money. We'll just redirect you to this before Dawn Spotify or Deezer.
Or these are
Deezer.
yes. Go listen to our latest single, you guys.
I'm here to talk shit for an hour and a half to eventually direct you back to Spotify and Deezer.
Yes. Speaking of,
Yeah.
a lot of people have been asking,
Yes.
so we need some answers.
Okay.
Breaking news.
Yes.
People are wondering, what is the future of Before Dawn? What's happening? Abud,
Yes.
where's new music? What is the direction? Are we going to do shows? What's the plan?
The music is here. It's ready. We are going into a release cycle.
That's right.
And that's as far as I can tell you in terms of information.
That's right. We
Who's asking? Like, who
Oh,
is he?
the people.
All right. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming.
Yes. So
Unlike England, it's coming home.
yes, new music's on the way. Shows, we're working on that. Release cycles, content, all of that's gonna happen. We're pushing more towards increasing the amount of content,
Yes.
and that's something that we're working on. New Before Dawn music coming very soon.
The music. That's the main focus. Love you guys for loving the music. I love the music. Everyone's happy except Denzel Curry. Because, segue. Remember how I was like, oh my God, Denzel Curry is a big next thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy goes to... Actually, no, he doesn't go. Because it's the summer break now for most of football in Europe. So all these teams, what they do is they go on like a summer tour. They go somewhere, usually... For a while, it was always in Asia. But now because Milan is owned by... AC Milan is owned by an American company. Redbird, the same company that owns Liverpool. And LeBron James is technically an owner of Milan, by the way. Because he has shares in Redbird that owns Milan.
Okay.
So I am owned by LeBron James. Take that out of context. I don't care.
You are Mr. Nasty today, huh? I am owned by LeBron James.
Right? Did you see him in the Olympics? We'll get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, So Milan is in New York. Juve is in New York. So I was praising Denzel Curry last week because his album dropped. So as part of his promotion,
Oh.
he goes out and
I
he
just
does a
realized
promotion.
where this is going.
Yeah, and then he does a promotion for none other than Juve Merda. You
What?
can go on Google Translate to know what that means, but
No. This is unacceptable.
unacceptable. But you know who went and did a promotion for Milan?
How do I block Denzel Curry?
After.
How do I report him?
After Dubai police.
Dubai police. Like,
So he goes, puts on a Juve shirt, does the whole thing. You know who goes and puts a Milan shirt and does the same thing?
who?
Yeah.
Who? Wait, stop.
What?
Don't say a word.
You know who that is, right?
No.
That's Travis.
Oh, is that the clip of him falling down? Yeah.
Travis. So Travis does a promotion for Milan. So I take everything back I said about Denzel Curry. Segue.
Okay, wait. Again,
I
need
know
to
that's
stop
not how Segue works, but this is my.
you. When you say segue,
Yes.
it's no longer a segue.
It's no longer a segue. Anyways, Denzel Curry puts on a Juventus shirt, and that's the end of his career as a musician.
He's done.
Done. Not even on Deezer. Travis Scott, he does a promotion with Milan.
And all of a sudden,
Banger. What a legend. Which ironically, actually, I was thinking to myself recently, where is Travis Scott?
he just dropped an album.
Yeah. But in social media noise, you know, like how
Right, yeah.
usually there's noise
Yes.
and noise and noise.
Correct.
He wasn't in the noise.
And then,
And then all of a
the
sudden he
noise
puts,
he made.
yeah. And then next thing I know, he's wearing a Milan shirt, and I'm like, I apologize, Mister. And then that's
not the noise I was referring to.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting to that. That's what I meant. Segue. Travis Scott, Milan shirt, city of Milano in Italy. He does a show with 80,000 people. I don't know if you guys seen the video, but unbelievable. This man is still a rage machine. But that's what I meant. I thought he went quiet for a bit. I thought maybe he was, I don't know, somewhere in Houston.
When Fiend came on,
Eesh.
the shot.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw mosh pits like that was in Spit It Out.
I
Slipknot.
couldn't even see like people. It was just an ocean. It was unreal.
Unbelievable, man. I don't know. Look, I feel like I've always known that Travis Scott, again, us being not there in Europe or Americas,
Yeah.
whatever, hip hop for us is a community that we observe from behind the screen. We're not so much part of the culture over
No,
here
but keep in
because
mind,
that
this
isn't
show is
there.
in Milan. The show is done in Milan.
Yes, but we've spoken about this. Music as a whole is huge in Europe.
Yeah.
So when you look at it in sitting in the Middle East, you watch a video or you try and make sense out of the numbers that you see of the performance that Travis Scott has put up, whether it's with Utopia or Astroworld, and you see the concerts and everything, you're like, okay, yeah, this guy is top tier.
Yeah.
But then you see that cannot be bought.
Yeah, for real. There's an element of like this is the environment we live in. It's not the people. I feel like if you give people enough leg room here, they would push a little bit. We saw a tiny bit of it when when Travis Scott came to Abu Dhabi, before the Rage Machine like started, when he did the show, the free show. Like, so in Abu Dhabi you have like the main shows, the after race for the Formula One, and then you have part of the whole festive event. You have free shows for smaller artists. So this is when he was still not all. Even J. Cole, like I still remember, that was J. Cole's first show outside of the US, and it was.
I think it was his first show in Middle East.
Was it?
Yeah. I think he'd done shows outside, but yes, at that point,
Yeah.
even the J. Cole
This
show was
like
free.
Sideline
Stories.
Stories, yeah. And then Travis was trying to push a little bit, and people were there,
Yeah.
and he was like, remember this? Someone was either being pushed too hard, or like I think there was a girl, she passed out or something happened, and he was telling security like, back off.
Yeah.
If they want to rage, let them rage, and they almost couldn't do anything. So I feel like if he comes in now, and his crowd will go wild, I think he can still do it here. It's just that the system doesn't allow it to an extent.
He was supposed to come here when we bought tickets, but then he didn't show up in
He
the
broke
future.
his leg or he did a surgery.
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah.
Maybe when he fell from the stage and went,
We love you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all jokes. But Future and Gucci took
Yeah.
his place.
It was Gucci? I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
Future, but I don't
Future, and then it
remember.
was Gucci.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Or Gucci, then Future.
Mm.
So I think that concert,
Yeah.
okay, this might be a bit controversial.
This is the whole purpose of us being here.
To spark controversy.
I started with saying this woman is trash.
I think when the Travis Scott concert was supposed to happen and it didn't happen, I think that was for everyone's greater good.
Why?
Because I don't know if that arena, not arena, what is it called? The park. It's called the Etihad Park now, I think.
Yeah. Do arena formerly. Yeah.
I don't know if it's ready.
It is ready.
I don't know, man. Because before
Dawn.
yes, but before Travis, the one concert where you had like ragers like that, loyal fans who were just like baffled to see their favorite artist, I think was
Metallica?
Weekend. No, Metallica's been here.
Oh
a
yeah,
couple
but
times.
they broke down the gate.
Exactly. Now imagine Travis Scott fans.
Yeah.
They're gonna rip open the earth.
Yeah, because the Weekend fans like, let us in. We want to see him perform.
yeah.
Yeah, Travis is gonna be a different ball game. I don't think there's enough teenage white boys for them to cause this much damage.
But see, again, it happened with Weekend.
That's true.
The thing is, maybe now, from what I've heard from people around,
Yeah.
working with the organizers and all that, they have stepped their game up quite a bit. They're working towards better security and this and that. This year's concert, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's taken a lot of heat before for for riots, for people getting hurt, people dying.
People dying.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of this year's concerts,
Yeah.
Marshall! Hey, is you excited?
Honestly, we saw him once. And
Together.
yes, yeah. And I mean, if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna go. But
You're not looking to go.
yeah, I think I like the new album. It's gonna be mostly focused on that. We were lucky. The show we went to watch, that's his like MO. Normally he drops a few of the new album, and then he just does the classic stuff. That's what we got last time, and we got pretty lucky, I think. I feel like this is just gonna be mostly focused on the new stuff. As much as I like it, but if I'm gonna go see Eminem, I want to see
The old
Chicka
stuff.
Chick, my name is.
So, I've seen him twice.
Yeah,
First time, actually, the second time was with you.
Yeah.
Which was not on tour for anything. It was just like a standalone show.
yeah,
The first time I saw him was on the Recovery Tour. And that album had just dropped a few months before. And I noticed the same thing in the both shows, which is he'll do a couple of songs from the new album, but his catalog is so big that he always fills in those old bangers.
and he does long shows.
He does long shows, man.
This man has stamina on stage. It's unbelievable.
He's very he is so in touch with the actual core of what an artist should be,
Yeah.
how art is supposed to be presented. I'll give you a small example. When you look at album covers, most of them are made digitally.
Yeah,
They're drawn or whatever it may be. If you go look at Music to Be Murdered By album cover, that album cover is a scan. And for those who don't know, this is how album covers used to be done way back in the days. What used to happen is they used to print out the artwork, they used to put the vinyl inside it in the sleeve, and then take that sleeve and scan it. That used to then come out as the artwork, which is presented digitally, whether on iTunes, whatever it is. You go look at Music to Be Murdered By, its artwork is a scan of the vinyl, and you can see the vinyl curve in it.
Okay.
And it's little things like that when you pick up how long he does his shows for,
Yeah.
how he has that live band.
long, yeah.
He brought an orchestra out, man, last time we went.
you can almost say he's on drugs, but I think that's
with him. Yeah.
if he was on drugs, it'd be like a 6-hour show, and it'd only be my band.
I thought
Anyways, this is not an Eminem podcast by any means.
we say that every single episode.
We say that every single episode.
Okay. Fine. Let's not talk about Eminem.
No. I'm
Let's
just
talk about.
we can continue. We can continue.
Oh no,
Just-
no, no! I want to talk about something new.
Like what?
So Drake
Something new. Okay.
posted a video on Instagram.
Yes.
So he reposted a video of someone pretending to be Drake and doing a very bad impression of Drake, performing Hotline Bling in a ring, what looks like a boxing ring.
Yeah.
And the guy is not singing, nothing, you know, he's just ad-libbing. And he kind of looks like Drake. And the caption underneath said, "Sometimes you gotta pop out." Which, for those who don't know, is a Kendrick line from the beef between Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick said, "Sometimes you gotta pop out." And that was also the name of the first show that Kendrick did after
Okay.
the beef. The show was called The Pop Out.
Ah.
Share your take.
What's his producer called? Not
Baronde.
40. No, Drake's producer, or someone he's working with. I forgot his name, but he came out and made a statement. He's like, Drake has not seemed happier.
Yes, I saw that as well.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, ever since the beef, he's never been as happy.
So you trying to say he lost it?
I think he lost it. He lost the plot.
He's lost it, yeah?
I think he's just
out of touch?
You know the 5 stages of grief.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to go for. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's at denial.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Everything's okay.
The last step is acceptance, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So we're heading in the right direction. But you know, we keep saying that the beef is squashed, it's done. But have you seen what
I
the
don't know
fans?
if the beef is squashed.
Yeah,
It's
you know
done.
what I mean. You know what I
Yeah.
mean. But have you seen what the fans have been doing? They made, so this was a while back. They made an app, not an app, a game of Kendrick, basically tossing something at Drake, and you just play as Kendrick. And now Drake's fans responded. What was the line when he mentions Drake mentions Kendrick about the Grammys? Forgot. Open your mouth and
Kendrick just open his mouth.
yeah.
Something, give him a Grammy
Yeah.
right now.
So someone made like an 8-bit game
Yeah.
of Kendrick's head floating around, and every time his mouth opens, you try to shoot a Grammy in his mouth.
Right. I feel like this just keeps getting cornier and cornier.
It
man.
is. We've passed the climax. So خلاص.
Yeah, but clearly someone is still hooked onto it.
But there's a by the way, he's back into Drake mode. So there's an unreleased song that was I think he sent it to Kai, and
Kai Cenat, yeah. I
and
know
he
what
was
you're talking about.
he was playing, and it's with Lil Yachty.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
And I was like, yo, the culture, bro. What happened to the culture?
What
I thought
are
we're
you
boycotting. Like I thought everyone in the. Well, I mean, obviously that's not gonna happen. But in my mind, I'm
Oh, you
like,
thought Kai Cenat would boycott?
no. I thought like Lil Yachty. But I mean,
I think Lil Yachty, man, they're like homies. Like
I
they're
know.
Yeah. I don't think that's a friendship.
I mean,
from
Lil Yachty's from Minnesota, which is basically on the border of Canada, so they can keep him.
that's what makes sense.
They can keep him.
can keep him. I think both of them have gone on record. They even did that one interview, no, in Turks, where they spoke about the loyalty that they have for one another. So I think that's not gonna die down. That's gonna stay. Don't you feel like sometimes it's so whack when one of your boys is mistaken, but you need to defend them?
Oh yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like,
here we go again.
oh man.
Fine.
That's like the entirety of my life being friends with Cher.
Yeah,
Like just having to defend him all the time
and trashing him at the same time.
and trashing him. Yeah, exactly. But we only trash our boys behind closed doors.
Yes.
No pause.
Not on camera.
No,
posted
stop.
publicly.
No,
okay.
no. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You can
There's nothing
trash all
wrong
your
with
boys
Cher.
behind closed doors, but we ain't about that.
Speaking of Cher, Celine Dion.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Another beef. No beef. In terms of like,
Who does Celine Dion have beef with?
No, I'm just saying, like Celine Dion and Cher, like the Drake and Kendrick of the
Can you
time.
cut this out?
No, okay, so the reason Celine Dion, the Olympics, she performed at the Olympics, and she murdered that. Like apparently she had to relearn how to sing or something. She's been out for a while.
Yeah. I saw. Okay, so I didn't watch the whole the Netflix piece on her.
Yeah.
Was it Netflix? Anyway, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did see pieces of it. Man, that was a difficult watch. That's very difficult to watch. Seeing what she had to go through and all.
Yeah, but she performed at the Olympics and it was wild. I watched pretty much. I just wanted to watch the UAE boat pass by, because his title is pretty long, but he's the founder and chairman of the Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine Organization in UAE. Plus something else, he's part of the Olympic team, Dr. Abdullah. So he was on the boat and like, my boy. So I just wanted to see my boy pass by.
Yeah, I saw the.
I just wanted to see.
I saw the Ambanis there.
The who?
Ambanis.
What's Ambanis?
Ambanis, the family who had the 6-month-long wedding. The Indian family.
Oh shit! Oh, they were there.
The parents were there. I saw a picture of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's nice to see the Olympic doing a show for the wedding.
Do you know how many athletes you have?
India?
Yeah.
12.
That sounded like I guess, but
Yeah, it was, I guess.
okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I have not. I haven't seen anything from the Olympics yet. Partially because TOD is trying to rip us off. Unless you want to sponsor us,
TOD?
then
What does the TOD have to do anything?
TOD is the one.
Oh,
who's-
TOD. I heard
TDE.
yeah, TDE. I was like, what is that? No,
No.
actually, for the Olympics, it's $3 for the whole thing. You can watch the entire thing.
$3?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's strange. I don't know why. Like they were charging.
Promo code. Spotify link to $4.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real. No, I told myself, I've never watched the Olympics. Let me see what's up. I paid the $3. I watched the UAE boat pass by and haven't seen anything since. I'm probably not even going to get the chance to watch the UAE team compete in anything.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see the boat of. I
Yeah.
just want to see Kanadir on
Yeah.
in Paris. That's all I want to see.
Speaking of, by the way, our boy,
Yeah.
your cousin or second cousin,
Yeah.
who went for the. I don't know if you spoke to him since, but he went for the jiu-jitsu championship.
Oh yeah, Isa,
And-
first cousin, bro.
First cousin?
Yeah.
And tore his ligament.
Shit.
Yeah, you haven't spoken to him
No,
since.
I haven't. I need to.
Yeah,
give him a call.
man. But shout out Isa, man. Keep doing your thing.
Oof.
I was hyped, but it's okay. Hopefully, speed recovery.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So,
Speaking of speedy recovery, did you watch the teaser for the new song of The Weeknd? No. So
there's teaser out?
yeah, there's a teaser, and no warning, nothing. I think it was on Complex or something, and then you have the first post, which is written the explain. No, it's like, oh, the new teaser by The
It's
Weeknd.
the one that flashes.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
I
I
thought
mean
my
by-
screen broke. Yeah.
That's what I mean by
what it's
speedy
called.
recovery,
Okay,
because
okay.
I needed to recover.
Yeah.
I opened it. I was like, "Thank you for the free seizure." Like, all right, I appreciate that.
I saw something about the weekend and I saw those flashes
Yeah.
and I was like, let me just scroll. Right
and then
past.
I woke up somewhere else. I had no idea what went down. The rollout is real.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, that's
Excited
it.
for the weekend.
You think he's gonna stick around? They stick with the same sound in general? Like,
So I think he is, but
it sounds a bit more gospel.
yeah,
Even the theme, like,
I haven't heard.
even the video, one of the videos he posted, it seemed a bit more gospel, which would be nice.
Which would be nice.
Yeah.
Also because from a story perspective makes sense, no? Like in the end, him finding peace and like having that whole like
Yeah, it is the end of a trilogy.
yeah. That'd be a cool story.
Which actually takes me to a question I wanted to ask. If it when it comes out, and if it's more of a personal opinion, I guess. When I say if it's a flop to you, because that's how it's not gonna be a flop. And I was thinking, with some of these guys that have such a huge discography that's unmatched, like it's hits on hits on hits, it always slaps. How much do you, let's say, penalize an artist if they make it one whack album?
I think we've seen this a lot where you're only as good as your next film or last film or your last project or your last album or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Some artists, some creators are so solidified
Yeah.
that I think you can't take that away from them. I know a lot of people didn't feel Vultures 2, whatever it was. I don't think you can take away from Kanye's legacy. I don't think you can. We spoke about this even with speaking about Drake, where I said the whole thing about him not being in my top 5 anymore. And it was, even then I was saying it's sad because the music still stands.
Yeah.
Whatever your character may be or this and that, or what the world is seeing today, does not change the fact or take away from all the greatness that you've done. So I think with someone like The Weeknd, if that's what you're referring to specifically, I think what's done is done. These people, they have their names written in stone, like they've done it. You know what I mean? I think that is a conversation that impacts more upcoming artists. It impacts more people that are still looking to achieve that top tier legendary status. I don't think you can take away from Travis Scott, for example.
Yeah. Because these guys haven't missed, but I feel so. My question is like the day they do miss,
Revival
it doesn't matter.
was a miss,
Yeah, that's true.
but nothing happened.
But because they are so solidified, crazy people will try to justify the album.
Yeah, that man, you guys need to relax.
Look, we are an example of that, by the way. And I don't agree with them, but 1,000 Suns is a legendary album by Linkin Park, but it gets trashed so much. People were like, okay, anyways, back to what you're supposed to be doing. When that album came out, it was the flop to everyone.
Yeah.
Except for us crazy people.
So what are you trying to say though? You're saying that we try to justify that it's good?
Yeah.
Okay. I think. Okay.
Do you not think that we're tunnel vision?
No, I'll tell you why. Because if you asked me from a consumer standpoint, is 1,000 Suns great? I'll say no, it's not.
Yeah,
it's actually not.
But that's the point. It's a consumer
But have you ever tried justifying 1,000 Suns from a consumer standpoint? I haven't. Because I feel like there is no justification there. Same thing with Revival. I cannot justify that. You know what I can justify though? Revival from a mixing standpoint is disgusting. So well mixed.
Okay.
So well mastered.
Yeah,
So-
but you don't listen to an album because of the mixing.
You don't listen to it. You are a mixing engineer hater. So you probably don't. I do. I do listen to a lot of albums because of the mixing. I listen to a lot of albums just solely because of the production. I don't like the vocalist.
Yeah,
but
production I'm with, but
and vice versa. There are albums that I enjoy because of vocal performance and not production.
speaking of,
I thought you were gonna say segue. I was gonna turn this mic off.
Speaking of, I stumbled on something recently, and it goes by the name City and Color.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, since you said vocals.
Yes.
He dropped an album last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it?
Some of it.
Any good? You still got it?
He still got that voice.
Man, that voice. That
I was
falsetto.
I was on the way to the gym, and it was other artists with some those bands, what kind of music, like folk music.
What are you talking
he's a
about?
bit folky, right? Like,
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
yeah. So
elements.
like that folk
elements, yeah.
that folk genre, they always have names like River and Sand and
Okay.
Sunny Day.
Yes.
And it was one of these guys, and it was
Rainbows and
something-
Bunnies.
Yeah, it was one of those names, and I'm like, you know what? This reminds me of something.
City and Color.
City and Color. And for those who don't know, it's Mr. Dallas Green, and so City and Color.
Exactly.
And legendary. He was the singer of.
Alexis on Fire.
Yeah.
Which I need to go back
Yeah.
to. So I've made a playlist on my phone recently,
Yeah.
and I called it Only Mine.
Okay.
Because I'm the only one who likes them. Those songs, like they're only my favorites.
One monthly listener.
Only my favorites. And there's a bunch of In Flames on it. A
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
don't know. People still
Metallica.
like In Flames, but I was so when I found it, I saw that he dropped an album last year, and I was like, oh, let me listen to some of this. And I was on the way to the gym to go to Muay Thai, so I'm gonna go do some sparring and work out and stuff. But then his voice comes in, and I was like,
I'll see you again.
I went in, I'm like, guys, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Let's not fight.
Let's not fight.
How was your day?
What a guy. What a guy. Such a voice, man.
Yeah, man. That falsetto. Him and Timberlake. Best falsettos ever.
Yeah. He's aged well as well. Like he's got a long ass beard.
Okay.
White. I didn't realize because he doesn't sound that old.
He does not sound. Is he old?
Look at the album cover.
So he looks
beard.
old.
Gandalf. I mean, not
Okay.
Gandalf
yeah,
old, but like he's
okay.
he's leaning into it.
Alexis on Fire was a long time ago too. Like keep in
Yeah.
mind that was 20 years plus. So yeah, only mine is the playlist I made.
The way I do my playlists are usually based on genre is one thing, but I have these two playlists called My House, which is the stuff I like to listen to and don't take the AUX away kind of vibe. And the other one is called Whose House Is This?
Okay.
Which means I don't care. It's what the public kind of like. It's
Right,
something that you can
right,
play
right,
that
right.
everyone's cool with.
Right.
So that's kind of how I split my music. It's My
Yes.
House and Whose House
Yeah.
Is This?
Okay, I got it. Oh yeah, what I was saying before. Thousand Suns. When you spoke about that, I think when you're saying there are people that justify.
Yeah.
Again, I want to defend us because I don't want to be in the same category as these losers. We are. I'll speak for myself. I've been very vocal about the production value on Thousand Suns.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why I love it.
I don't think that needs justification. If you're gonna say how listenable is that album, yeah, I'm not gonna even try to justify that. It's not. It's not very very listenable. And then, man, actually, this reminds me. There are people who will talk. Last time when we did the podcast, we were speaking about numbers, and you said that, oh, Baze, you keep saying numbers. I do see value in numbers because men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? There's value in that. But if we are going to start as people judging the value of any type of art form by the performance or
Yes.
the stats, then there is no future for none of these art forms. There's no future, because then I need to sit and say to myself, Taylor Swift is the best artist of all time, and then there's no negotiations. But in art, there's always negotiations because it's subjective. You have to have your own opinion on it, and you can justify it, or not justify it, but your reasoning can be for various different reasons. Like I said, mixing, mastering, production, whatever, in music at least. Those are the things why you like an album. Now, how many plays does that have? I don't know. You can't hold that. I was watching Rory and Mal.
This is the biggest back pedal I've ever seen in my life.
Why?
If I'm going from like the numbers
Yes.
to
Okay.
just because we talked about an album that you like that's not doing well statistically,
Okay. So I should be able to defend myself. Okay.
as you like.
Numbers matter. I say that from you as a creative.
Yes.
You should read data. You should have some sort of analytical sense where you say, what is my consumer base saying? What you do with it is your decision, but you should be able to analyze those numbers. That's why I say those numbers matter. Listen to what people are saying. You cannot just stand up and say, this is the best song of the year because of the numbers. That is something I'm against. I'm saying because two point of views, right? Two lenses. One is consumer, one is the creative. I'm saying you as a creative, read the data, read the numbers, try and make sense of it. Then you decide what you want to do. But as consumers, we need to stop looking at any kind of content just based on numbers. This is a good film because IMDb rated at 8.8. There are so many of us who do this.
Yeah.
And this, I don't think This is how are we supposed to form opinions then if everyone is following IMDb's opinion on what's a good film?
Anyway, IMDb's opinion is usually trash.
But there are a lot of people, man, that you and I know that watch movies based on IMDb.
Yeah, and actually, there's some guys who would, you'd be like, yeah, let's go watch this movie. And he's like, one second. Okay, yeah, the ratings are...
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Same thing I'll say with something like, man, when I was speaking about how many addictions do we have that we don't realize?
Yeah.
How many types of addictions do we have that we don't realize? It was a moment of self-reflection for me. I was sitting and I was listening to the headphone amp that I got.
Yeah.
Sitting, listening to music and thinking to myself, man, I used to sit and I used to enjoy music, just sitting, listening to music, doing nothing else, you know? So in that, I realized how many addictions do we have that we don't realize, and how many of our opinions are driven by external factors that we don't realize. I think we're going to form better opinions. I think we're going to form more unique opinions if we judge something firsthand rather than looking at the judgment of someone. That's all I'm going to say.
And well, that's probably part of the reason why there's people rally around certain music or movies or whatever it is. Once you create enough traction for like an artist or a movie, you generate curiosity and people just, it's mass agreement. As I don't even know if that's what you can call it. So it gets praised by a group and that spreads and spreads, and eventually people are scared of being outsiders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for example, you do, but you can't normally say that one of the greatest artists of all time who plays a right hand guitar as a lefty and call him trash, but you don't say that publicly, do you? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Okay, I've never said Prince is trash. He's talking about Prince. He's talking about Prince. I have never said that Prince is trash.
He's overhyped.
I say I am yet to see the genius. Right. I don't see it.
That's literally calling him trash.
No, that's so toxic. No, it's a very fair thing to say, I feel like, because we consume music in a different way. Does that mean I will never be able to see it?
No, but what I'm saying is you don't. It's not one of your main statements. Obviously, Prince is not your hot topic all the time, but it's one of those things that you normally wouldn't want to bring up in a discussion.
Yeah.
Because of fear of being an outsider.
Exactly.
And this doesn't just. This is not something with music. It's just general because
which is so whack.
We're as humans, we're social. You want to be part of. You want to be included, right?
Yes.
So when you come on and you say Prince is trash.
Not what I say, but okay.
Yeah.
But it sparks a conversation where you were able to actually highlight some things where I said, yeah, actually that makes sense. For example, his ability to play so many different instruments so well.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, actually you need to give him credit for that because that's not anyone can do that.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, I agree with you. Those conversations. Actually, you know what? I'm about to snap. It's so hypocritical that, listen, y'all are going to be like, oh, we need to not follow our dads and grandfather and great grandfather. We don't need to follow their ways. We need to experience life ourselves, and we need to come form our own opinions. Just because my uncle is telling me, oh, don't go touch the fire over there, it's so hot. No, I need to go do my own business, and that's how I will learn. Okay, so your way of living, your own opinion on that matters.
Yeah.
But in the way that you consume art form, it doesn't matter. How is this possible? So what you're doing is you're listening to your uncle, Anthony Fantano, just because he did a review and he said, oh, you know what? Thousand Suns is a light 4. So I'm not going to listen to the Thousand Suns. You must be at your... I just want to apologize to Anthony Fantano. I mean, no disrespect. Your opinion is of the highest value. I wish you love and prosperity and hope you're doing well. Best regards.